Hello boys and girls. Now today you're going to be looking at this data set and you're going to be doing some questions and finding some averages using all the information in this box here. Okay? Now, the box says 3 children save some money each week for 5 weeks. Okay? So we have Ben, Paula and Evan. On the top of week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 and week 5. Now, let's have a look at question A to start. What was the total saved by each child in the 5 weeks? Okay, for example, to find the total Ben saved for the 5 weeks, we add up what he earned in week 1, what he saved in week 1, what he saved in week 2, what he saved in week 3, what he saved in week 4, and what he saved in week 5. When I add all the 5 of those together, I will have the total saved by Ben over the 5 weeks. Okay, and I'll do the same for Paula and the same for Evan. Okay, add up each of their weeks and find the total saved by each child in the 5 weeks. Okay, so there's A. Question B. What was the average amount of money saved by each child per week? Now we all remember that to find the average, you add up and then divide by the amount of numbers. Okay, so you've already done the first part for Ben. You've already added up his week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 and week 5. But because there are 5 weeks, the answer you got for whatever Ben saved in 5 weeks, you must now divide by 5. Okay, and you do the same for Paula and the same for Evan. Now remember, to find the average, you add all 5 weeks for one of the children and divide by 5. So you should have 3 answers there. C. What was the total saved by the 3 children each week? Okay. In week 1, we see that Ben has saved €3. Paula saved $5.50 and Evan saved $3.20. So, the total saved by the children in week 1 will be the 3 of these added together. The total saved by the 3 in week 2 will be the 3 of these added together. And so on for week 3, 4 and 5. Now it's very, very important for all of these questions that you label who you're talking about, you label what you're finding, whether it's the average amount or the total saved, whatever it is, make sure you label as you go along. Okay, now question D. The average amount saved in week 1 was $3.90. What was the average amount saved in each of weeks 2, 3, 4 and 5? So for example, to find the average saved in week 2, we add $2.75 for Ben, $3.30 from Paula and $3.70 from Evan, which you've already done in question C. When we add the 3 of these together, find the average, we divide by the amount of numbers, remember? So we have 1, 2, 3 numbers. So when you add the 3 of these up, you divide by 3. That will give you the average amount saved in week 2. And you do the same for week 3, week 4 and week 5. Okay, now it's very, very important that you look at this video before you try your work. Make sure you label everything neatly as you go along, and I'm sure there'll be no problem to you then. Okay, best of luck.